Welcome to the video tutorial brought to you by Outshine Training and Consulting. This module is on resume and cover letter writing. We will learn resume and cover letter writing from scratch. This module consists of 6 sections. Each section can be completed independent of each other. At the end of each section, you will be given an assignment. On completion of the assignment, you can either choose to move to the next section or repeat the tutorial based upon your score. Now, let us look at the learning objectives. You will learn the basic strategies to make your resume effective. You will also get to see different resume formats. You can learn what are the common mistakes during resume building and how to avoid those mistakes. Most important thing, you will learn how to write a cover letter. Now, let us look at the 6 sections that are a part of this module. Section 1. Highlights what is resume and importance of resume building and different components of resume. From section 2 to section 5, you will learn how to write each component of the resume. In section 6, you will learn important rules for resume building. Section 7 is about cover letter writing. Who will benefit from this module? Freshers and job seekers. What are the prerequisites? While watching this video tutorial, you should have your academic and educational details with you, experience details with you, and project highlights. Do you know what is resume and why resume writing is so important? Well, resume is a French term meaning summary. Hence, resume provides a quick summary of your qualifications, skills and expertise. But this is a bookish definition. Basically, resume is like a brochure, an attractive brochure, which if you send to your employer, then he should be tempted to look at your number and call you. So we can say that resume is a marketing document wherein you are the product and employer is the customer. Resume is also important because it is the first meeting between you and your prospective employer. Generally, thousands of candidates apply for any single position that the company has advertised. A resume which closely matches the job posting gets picked up. Hence, your resume should be able to correctly portray your skills, your accomplishments and your qualifications relevant to the job postings you have applied. Applying for any job is basically a sales process. You are the product and the employer is the customer. You should know how a customer can benefit from the product. Before we actually start building the resume, you will need to do a lot of groundwork. You should be able to answer the 3 basic questions. That is, what is the product? Who is the consumer? And how will the consumer benefit from the product? While writing the resume, you should know about the product, that is, about you. What are your skills, your experience, and your abilities? Second, you should know who is the consumer, that is, what is the nature of the employer's organization, for what type of position you are applying. Okay, now what does these terms mean? A tailored document, job descriptions. Well, let us understand. You have to understand that when you make a resume, the resume should be a separate document for each company. That is, you will need to make those many resumes. For each company, you will need to modify the document to suit its requirements. That is, whenever you look at the job advertisements, there will be criteria which says that following 3-4 skills or abilities are required by the company. You have to modify your resume while sending it to the company such that your skills and abilities are able to demonstrate that you have those qualities. Now let us look at the components of the resume. Contact information. This is very straightforward. Your resume should have your name, your address, your phone number and email address in case the company wants to contact you via email or phone. Objective in a resume is optional, but if you decide to include objective in your resume, then it should be clear, a concise statement of what your immediate objective is. Over the next few sections, we are going to elaborate each and every component of resume, and we will build each and every component of the resume in detail. However, here is the brief overview. Education. This section should include details of academics, that is your university, courses, marks, other scores, etc. Certification and courses. This component should list the relevant courses and certification that you have done through your professional education. Academic accolades. All your scholarship, academic awards and research will go into this section. Work experience. This is the most crucial section of your resume. It should have the title, organization, location and dates of your work experience in reverse chronological order. Don't worry if you are not understanding some of the terms here, because next few sections are going to cover each and every component in detail. Activities. You should also include voluntary activities which you have done during your college days. If you have participated in any leadership roles, in community work or in student groups. So we have seen what is resume and what is the importance of building an effective resume. Now before we move towards the next section, please take up this assignment. Based upon your score, you can decide whether to repeat this video or whether you can move to the next section. Here are the few questions which are listed on your video. Please think for a moment and then answer the questions.